Another way of importing data is by typing functions into the command window. If you have a matrix that's composed only of numerical values, just numbers, no text, you can use dlmread. To use this function, you must first create a new file name for the file you want to import. Let's call it A. And then you type in dlmread brackets. Then type in the file name. In order to keep the full range of numbers from appearing on the screen in the command window when you actually type the command here, you'll put a semicolon, and that'll basically suppress you having to see all of the numbers as they are generated. Otherwise, if you left it blank, all the numbers will populate here in the command window. Just give it a try. So the file's been imported, but we also have all of this on our screen. And with semicolon, it still appears in the workspace, but doesn't appear on our command window. This is especially useful if the matrix is very large. It'll continue cycling through all the numbers in the matrix until they're all displayed here in the command window. Another function you can use is XLS. This function is used when you're entering in a matrix found in an Excel sheet in Microsoft Excel. As we learned in a previous module, any Excel datasets will end with the extension XLS, such as dataset number 1, which you see here on the left folder, which is the current folder. Let's try and import that file. So call it B equals XLS read brackets dataset 1 dot XLS, and again semicolon, and enter. This warning here is basically because I'm using a Mac. If you're using a Mac, usually you would use it in basic mode. It's not really a problem, it'll do it for you automatically, but if you're using a PC, there's no need to go into basic mode. The other way to import your data is to type load and then the name of the data file. Since the data is already imported, we can just type load. You know the file name is data1 and enter. So again, the data is again in our workspace and ready for us to use. This function is basically for loading the data into the workspace. Now if you're using the load function to import a file that's not currently in the correct format, i.e. the data sample text file, we just type in load data sample and you see that we have an error. So again, we'll have to use the import wizard either through the file drop-down menu or by dragging and dropping into the workspace. Since we know this file is also a numerical file, we can also use dlmread to import this data as well. Before moving on to the next part of this module, just scroll down to a few quick questions on this part of the module, and then we can look at manipulating matrices.